on homes. Now, there we go. That's a little bit better there, right? A stupid system. Bay Area homebuyers frustrated by rampant underpricing in real estate listings. Well, look, that's the way the system's been set up for 200 years. And yeah, you can change it. And yeah, in a perfect world, you could say this is the price, right? I mean, when you look at a car, you think, oh, that's the starting price, right? I mean, or you go to a store and you buy a bag of rice or a bag of flour, and that's the price. You don't really argue it. But the way the system has been set up is for capitalism to take its best shot at it. Is it perfect? No, it's frustrating. I get it. I work with buyers and I'm frustrated. However, sometimes sellers get a little bit greedy and they overprice it. And that's we're talking about that today too. So it makes sense that you understand what the pricing value is of that house and you drop it down a little bit. And yeah, you're going to have to overbid. So if you're educated and you educate yourself as a home buyer, which these people obviously weren't, they just got frustrated and then they're complaining and then they think, oh, we should do something about it. So they call up this reporter at siliconvalley.com and they go, it was a surprise. We definitely felt like we had to increase our offer price based on the competition. Yeah, competition is set to ensure that the seller gets and maximizes their return on their investment. It's just the way it is. I don't know how else to explain it. It's been like that for years. It's frustrating, but as a listing agent, it's something that I know how to use as a tool to make sure that you as a buyer are going to pay the most money for it. As a matter of fact, part of my pitch is I break buyers. Because if I have 4 or 5 buyers or 15 or 20 buyers, I'm going to break all of them except for one. And it's a chess game. And that's just how it is. That's just how we work. That's how the negotiation process works. But on the flip side, if I was a seller and I was like, well, we really should only just take 1.8 or 1.7, that's what, because they're kind of frustrated. Well, am I doing my job? Would you hire me if I did that? Would you fire me? So, I get it. Across the country, 32% of homes sell above asking price because there's competition. Look here, just in the Bay Area, Alameda County is 66.1% over list price, or of the listings sold, 66% sold over list price. And Santa Clara, 66.6. That's the devil. It's the devil. Real estate is the devil. And this is their house. I don't know why they made such a big deal out of it. They're just totally opening themselves up for a lot of harassment. And I wouldn't pay 1.8 for this house. Look, it's a piece of crap. So sales to list price ratio in Bay Area has fluctuated over time. Yes, when times are good, there's more competition. And yeah, I don't know how else to explain it other than if you really want that house, you better buckle up and buy it. Or you wait until the houses reduce in price. And this is a good segue. Real estate is kind of like Little League soccer. When you put little kids in front of a soccer ball and you have, whatever, 10 or 11 kids on each side, and you tell them to play position, well, the ball goes into the upper right-hand corner and all the kids run up there and start fighting for that ball. And then the ball goes into the bottom left-hand corner, and they all run and scurry down there. And that's just how it is. It's the shiny new object model of how things are. And buyers are smart. Buyers are educated. They take the time to understand the value of that home. And if it's overpriced for its condition, its location, and what that market is doing, is going to get left behind. Simple, very simple. We have 130 homes that have reduced prices, reduced their list price. Let me say that again. We have 130 homes that are active, of like 1,000, I think it's 1,035, that have reduced their price because sellers thought their house was worth more than what the market was willing to pay. Greed, dollar signs in their eyes. I always say, look, if you overprice your house, you're going to have your house sit. And then the concept is, well, I don't have to sell if I don't want to. Well, why would I waste my time putting your house on the market, spending $12, $15, $2,000 on getting your house ready for sale, including, marketing and selling and what have you, and moving my time? Why would I spend my time and energy if you don't have to sell? So you either sell your house or you don't, or you get somebody else to do it, because I can't waste my time for that, right? I don't say it with ego or hubris. I'm just saying that if you're going to engage with a real estate agent, make sure you know what you're talking about, because if it sits on market, you're only hurting yourself as a seller. I think I looked at this one right here. Toulouse? No. This one right here. Let's take a look at this guy right here. Lean Avenue just popped on market 18 days ago. Original list price was 1.4 or 1.5, 1 to 1. It's up at 1.55 now, so maybe it went up and then now it's down. So I don't know what this one's doing. And look, this is not what you do. This should never be the first house or the first picture. That should never be, especially since it's kind of, fake grass. This right here, that should have been the first house, especially with the box brownie background. That one right there should have been your first picture right there. Don't know what else to tell you. And I think this is a flip. So yeah, they flipped the hell out of this one. I've been through this. I did why you should be wary of fix and flips. This one looks like it's done pretty well, but good luck to you. Going back to this thing, look, I get it. I buy houses. I'm frustrated too, and that's just the way the market is. And it's not just the Bay Area; it's all across the United States. I'm sure Canada's like that too. I think all over the world, for the most part, if you're selling a house, you want to get the most out of it you can. And the best way to do it is to find out what your price average is for your home, for that condition and that location and the market conditions, and lower it just a little bit to attract as many buyers as you can. And if you don't want to do it, don't be a renter, right? I mean, I don't know what else to tell you there. Okay, Los Gatos house of the week, San Benito Ave, not my listing, wish it was. 5-bedroom, 4.5 baths, 4,000 square feet, built in 2007, and it's walking distance to Santa Cruz, which is the main street. Let's take a quick look at all these pictures. This is a beautiful house. I would love this house, and it's listed at $5.5 million. Maybe I'll just cut a check. Guys, this is a beautiful house. This is awesome. I love the fact that the pool is the tier for a sloped background or backyard. I like that. I really do. I think it's really nice. Gives you a little bit of depth to using your yard. It has an ADU as well, and it comes with floor plans. And it comes with floor plans, and floor plans are great because when you're online shopping, you get to understand and get a look and feel of what that house is going to feel like before you actually step foot into it. And, it's the internet, guys. It's the era of the internet. And if you can't get floor plans, then why are you in business? Right? This segment of this episode has been brought to you by the Home Inspection Checklist. If you're thinking about selling your house, download this Home Inspection Checklist. This in no way should supersede a professional home inspection. This gets you on your journey to do repairs so that your home inspection isn't huge. And again, all repairs that you do should be documented in your disclosures. Just do it. I'm telling you, it's going to save you a lot of grief in the background. Weekly high-low, we'll get into that in a minute. Here they are. I wanted to show you something really quick. I'm adding something, the highest list price and the lowest list price. And I think I did this years ago when I first started doing it. And then I went to the actives. And for some reason, we've been stuck on the same active for so long, it's boring. So I'm reintroducing the highest and lowest list price. And we'll go back to this chart in a second. So let's take a look. Voorhees is the most expensive home sold this week. It's $14 million. And it has one picture because it's sold in 9 days and it sold for $300,000 over list price. And the lowest one was $760,000. And that's Chestnut Street, a mere 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 2,500 square foot. That's a great buy, even though it's older. It's 2,500 square feet. It doesn't look like much, but you know, oh yeah, it's a total fixer. But you know, something like that, I would love to have that and just work on it and make it pretty. It's a handyman special. And then here's the one that's the highest list price to sales price ratio, which is 135%. Original list price is 1.8, sold in 6 days and sold for $2.5 million in Santa Clara. Wow, that's awesome. Whoever did that, good for you. But again, you see, going back to Bay Area, the frustrated rampant underpricing, this might have been underpriced by a lot just to attract and get it sold. It doesn't matter what you list the price at. If you're a buyer's agent, you should be producing a CMA or comparable market analysis on every house you write on, so your buyer is educated on what you should be writing, what offer, what price you should be writing on. Because if you're not writing an offer based on comps, your offer is not going to get accepted or even looked at. And then the lowest list price to sales price is 1.48, and it sold for 1.27, which is 85%. So again, this is actually a good example. We're going to go into this in a second. 4-bedroom, 3-bath, 1,800 square feet. If you look at the comps, just the comps and not the fact that you're on a busy road, your house should have sold for 1.48, but it took 36 days to sell. Why? Because it was right next to a busy road. Let's take a look. See? That right there makes your house functionally obsolete. That's a term we use in appraisal world to say that your house is not going to sell for as much as this house right here because you're on a busy road. Oh, but we're right next to this park right here, Coyote Park. Yeah, that's great, but you still have a lot of road noise, and road noise will kill the sale of your house. Period. And by the way, you don't know it, but I do because I used to live right here. That is really close to the flight path. So, you know, location, pricing, market condition, and the house, and the condition of the house. It all boils down to what a buyer is willing to pay for it. And if you overprice it, there you go. All right, we have 1,035 homes active for sale in Santa Clara County. 130 of those have been reduced, which is 12.56%. And that's about the average for the last couple months. And there you go. In the last 7 days, we've sold 136 homes. There you go. So again, I feel for you if you're a buyer. I do. I truly do. But educate yourself. Understand that if your max price is $1.8 million, sorry, I have dog hair all over my nose. If your max price is $1.8 million, go down to 1.6, 1.5, 1.7, and look in that pool. That's what these guys did not do. They got into it and they, like kids, looked at the brand new listings. They didn't look at houses that have been on a market for 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 90 days. Those aren't going to be the most perfect ones, but if you want a house at list price, look at the ones that have been list price reduced or have been on market for 30 days or more. There you go. That's the most sound advice I can give you. That's free. I'm Vito with Abitano. Thanks for watching. We'll see you out there.